Ted Cruz, you thought he had a bad day today, a bad day yesterday. He had a bad session on Meet the Press. I don't know if you saw it. You're going to see it now. This is my Gimme 5, kind of a little out of place, but nonetheless. Just watch how pathetic this man is, and watch, in my opinion, how he lies. Here's the first attempt by the host. Watch.
I believe if the Republican Party nominates Donald Trump, we will lose to Hillary, because when we offer Democrat light, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton on the ballot, they support the same social policy, they support the same economic policy. In fact, both Donald and Hillary support allowing illegal immigrants to become U.S. citizens. Now, Donald says he'll fly them back to their country.
But are you going to support him?
We will lose.
I understand what you believe in the Republican Party. Can you support him? Can you tell your delegates,
Chuck,
lay down your arms and support Donald Trump? Well, you may not.
Chuck,
you realize that.
You may not. I mean, this was before he imploded today. He actually imploded there. I really, to be honest with you, look, again, if he's the nominee, I'm behind him, but he ain't going to be the nominee. And I'm really worried about his mental health. Today, what a rambling rant against Trump. And here, he couldn't just, all he had to say was, you know what, Chuck, I'm really not going to answer that now because I'm going to win the nomination. But instead, he just avoided it. He's like, are you going to support Donald Trump if he wins? You know, Hillary and Donald Trump both support universal health care. I mean, answer the question. Here's more.
I recognize that many in the media would love for me to surrender to Donald Trump.
It's not about the media,
number one, that Hillary
Senator,
wins,
it's about the
number
numbers. It's about the numbers. He may win. Republican voters are the ones rejecting you. This is not a media conspiracy, Senator.
Well, actually, with all due respect, the media has given $2 billion of free advertising to Donald.
Okay. Let me tell you about the $2 billion or whatever free advertising to Donald. He pulled that garbage with Anderson Cooper on CNN. And Anderson Cooper said, we've reached out to you and your campaign, and you have never come on this show. You have a standing invitation, and you've never come on. So when he cries, we tried to get him at the beginning. I was in contact with his people all the time. He never came on this show. So why is he crying about giving Donald airtime? You don't come on. This is ridiculous stuff, folks. Crying. Stop crying more.
How much money did the networks make on every one of the Republican debates?
I have no idea, because we didn't have a Republican debate.
But you know what's interesting, Chuck? It's been now 49 days since we've had a Republican debate. The Democrats have had a debate. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, they've been willing to debate. Donald can't answer questions about his foreign policy. He can't answer questions about how you bring jobs back to the country.
Why can't you answer the question of whether you can support Donald Trump or not? You can't answer that question. Why won't you answer that question straightforward, black and white?
You know, Donald Trump won't debate. Donald Trump debated him, what, 15 times? It's really... Again, this is not anti-Cruz. This is just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. The meltdown started with the Carly and him like they just won something. That was disgustingly embarrassing. I mean, that was egregiously embarrassing. And he continues. More.
Your network's executives are partisan Democrats. Why doesn't every TV
You don't get to just say that. Wait a minute. You don't get to just say that. It's just not true, but go ahead. You just throw your broad brushing here, and this is exactly what people hate about the media and politics, broad brushes, right?
Listen, the simple reality is the media almost entirely are liberal partisan Democrats. That is the reality of it. The media created this Trump phenomenon, and then they don't hold them accountable.
I mean, your bosses are liberals. Of course they're liberals. Of course they are, Chuck. But that's not the point. What point is that? That you can't get airtime? You're all over the place. And Trump, while you wouldn't come on, came on everywhere. More.
Don't you think it's important to take a stand? You just said it's a time for choosing. If it's a time for choosing, say it. For him or against him as the nominee. It's a time for choosing, is it not?
Chuck, you're welcome to lobby for support for Trump as much as possible. We are going to beat Trump because Trump's winning the nomination loses the country.
Don't you think Republican voters...
And I am not willing to give up on America.
If Trump is so bad, just say, no, I'm not going to support him. Or if you are going to support him, say, yeah, Hillary's the enemy. I mean, it's not that hard. And Trump says, I don't care if he supports me. So it's not that big a deal even. One more.
Let the record show you have not taken a position on whether you can support Trump if he's the nominee. Fair enough?
And let the record show you tried very, very hard to get me to commit to supporting Trump. The record will show that.
No, he tried very, very hard to get you to say whether or not you will support him. He wasn't trying to convince you to support him. See, that's another misrepresentation, Senator. Let the record show you tried very hard to get me to support Trump. No, he didn't. He simply asked you, will you support him or not? I'm not going to say Lion Ted. Watch.